Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's look is going to be an all natural everyday look, and we're starting off with my brows, and I'm just brushing them up with a spoolie. And then we're going to go ahead and use the Brow Gal eyebrow pencil in the shade 02. And I'm starting at the bottom, just lining and trying to create that shape. My eyebrows are looking pretty good lately. I've been letting them grow in, and I'm so proud of how far I've come because my brows used to be looking so thin and sad. Why was that a thing back a couple years ago to have super thin brows? I do not know. Moving on to foundation. This is like my favorite foundation now. It's by Everyhue Beauty and it's called the Nude Illusion. And it has this really nice applicator, almost kind of like a concealer applicator, but it just works so well when applying because you can really put it exactly where you want to. And to blend this foundation, I've been using a brush, and this is the Luxie 660 Precision Foundation Brush. I have tried it with a beauty blender, a damp one, and to me it seems like it makes the foundation like patchy, so I just go in with the brush instead and it gives me like the perfect coverage. And I'm just adding a little bit more where I need to because I want to have a very full coverage application. Okay, and next we're gonna go into concealer. I like to apply my concealer underneath my eyes. This is the, just kidding. We're not doing concealer yet. We're doing color corrector. I like to color correct around my eyes because I have veins in my eyes and sometimes it can create like a weird shadow. So I like to color correct those before applying my concealer. And I'm just patting that down with a concealer brush. Now we're good with concealer. I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Sand. I really love that they came out with a hydrating formula because I am on the drier side. My skin is pretty dry, so I need all the hydration I can get, and this is super affordable and works really well. So now I'm gonna take a damp beauty blender and just blend it in. Just want to make sure you're blending and patting, not smudging, not rubbing. You just want to pat it into place because you don't want to disrupt everything that you've done beforehand, and you just want everything to look smooth and seamless. So just pat, 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 pat. Moving on to setting powder. This is my favorite by Dermablend. It's their loose setting powder in the shade Translucent. And I'm just taking a little bit of powder and patting that in where I put the concealer. To me, with powder, a little bit goes a long way. I mean, like the more you use, the drier you look to me. And I'm not trying to have a dry looking face. We want to have a hydrated, youthful, glowy skin look. So yeah, just add a little bit at a time. I've been putting extra powder lately in my smile lines because I've realized that that's been helping with the creasing there. Next, moving on to bronzer. This is from Yccollection and it's in the shade Caramelo. I'm taking Spanish on Duolingo now that we have all this quarantine time, so try to hit that with my Spanish accent. But just contouring around my cheeks. Not contouring, bronzing around my cheeks. Also, you want to take a little bit of bronzer around the perimeter of your face just to tie everything together. So when I'm putting it on my forehead, I'm brushing it back into my hairline. And that also helps your forehead look a little bit smaller. And then take it under your chin too to have that chiseled jawline. Okay, and I'm taking this little, it's an eyeshadow brush. I don't have the name of it. But lately I've been kind of contouring my nose a little bit. So I take a little bit of bronzer and then I pat some of it off on my skin. And then I just contour the sides of my nose, like right next to where I put the concealer. And it just kind of makes my nose look more snatched. And then I get the tip too, and I just like how my nose looks after. You can skip this step if you feel like it. And now I'm gonna finish off my brows. I'm just continuing to fill them in so they're full. In the beginning, I mainly just did that to create the shape that I wanted, but once I applied the foundation, it disrupted it a little bit. And now we're gonna clean up under the brows using that concealer. I find that this step is really, really important because it just really defines that shape of the brow that you work so hard to get with the pencil. I just take a little teensy bit directly underneath, as close to my brow as possible without actually touching it. And I just do that with a concealer brush, and then I just blend it down. And you can really tell the difference from the cleaned up brow and the uncleaned up brow. It just looks so much better. So this is like a super important step that you don't want to skip. And the brows are done and they look so good. Now I'm gonna put some setting powder on my eyelids. Since I did put concealer there, I just wanna make sure it's not gonna be moving around and disrupt my eyeshadow, AKA bronzer. When doing these kind of natural, no makeup looks, I like to use bronzer as my eyeshadow because I feel like it really ties the whole look together. Since I have plenty good amount of bronzer around my face, everything kind of goes together and looks really seamless. Now I'm gonna take from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, and that shade is called Glistening. It's a really pretty shimmery gold, and I just like to pop that on. If you feel like leaving it off, you can, but I feel like it just adds a little something. Next, we're moving on to mascara. This is the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. And I don't really like to use lashes. I mean, I guess sometimes I do. Falsies, I mean, for natural looks. But I really, really like this mascara in particular because it has like those fibers in there, but it doesn't make your lashes look like, I don't know, ugly, for lack of better words. But the trick to this is you need to just dip it in one time and then use whatever's on the brush and don't keep dipping back in. And that's how you can keep it from clumping. And you can see the difference. It looks really, really good, but they still look like they're just my natural eyelashes. I love this stuff. Now I'm just gonna set everything with my Morphe setting mist. Moving on to blush, this is Tarte Cosmetics Amazonian Clay 12 Hour Blush, in the shade Kisses. It kind of has a little bit of shimmer in it, which I think is so pretty, and I like to just blend that into my bronzer, and it gives me like a nice rosy glow. Moving on to highlighter. This one is called Electra, and it's from the brand Luna by Luna Cosmetics. And I especially love this highlighter because it gives you like an effortless, subtle glow. Not like you just put a whole bunch of glitter on the side of your face, but it really makes it look like you're glowing from within, which is what we want to go for. And don't forget to pat some on the bridge of your nose because it's going to make your nose look even more snatched. Now we can move on to the lips. I'm going to start off with lining my lips with the NYX Matte Lip Liner, and it's in the shade Soft Spoken. Then I'm gonna apply my NYX Butter Gloss, and this is the shade Praline. And this is like my favorite lip gloss now because I just love this pretty brown color. Now I'm just gonna take that same highlighter and I'm gonna pop it in the inner corner of my eyelids. I don't know why I like this, but I do. And then I'm gonna finish off my lower lash line with the Benefit Cosmetics Roller Lash. And here's the final makeup look. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I'd been on a quest to find the perfect everyday, no makeup look, and I think I found it. Please give my video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a follow on my social media at the Maya Nicole. Thanks for watching.